video is about inner conflicts and outer conflicts and understanding them. So I was going deeper into thought about feeling into the heart, and I was realizing I was thinking about illness and perception, and I realized that other than toxins that are placed in the body that create illness, there's another kind of illness that's created through perception. I call it perceptual illness, because our perception is distorted. How we perceive life is causing us to feel certain ways. And the secret is, or the magic of it is our perception of the world is how the world is. So if I'm perceiving the world to be one way, that's how it will be. And if I am aware that my perception creates how it is, then I can change my perception and change my experience. And when I was thinking of this, I was thinking, this is mind stuff, this is philosophy, and I was like, well, what does the heart say? And I asked the heart, what does the heart say? And the heart says, just love that as it is. And I was trying to mentally understand that, love that as it is. And I was trying to think, but I want to correct that, I want to fix that, I want to help, I want to heal that perception and to love it as it is. And then trying to remember exactly how this thought process went and this feeling went, to love it as it is. And then I kind of pondered on that, like, love it as it is. So what does that mean, to love it as it is? Like, what I was thinking was thinking of other people's perceptions, and to love their perception of reality as it is, so that it has an opportunity to be loved and accepted. And then I started to think about some other things. I can't really remember it right now, but I'll just try to keep this video going by my understanding that morning. I felt like when I was tuning in with my eyes closed, I felt like I was getting communications from the masters, and the truth. I was trying to think of the truth. I was trying to feel and think of the truth and what the truth really is, because we live in illusion. If we're suffering, if we're not feeling good, we're living in illusion, because the truth is that we are loved, and we are loved, and the mind causes most of the suffering, as far as I understand. And being aware of that, finding our own ways to calm the mind, to relax the mind, I found that I've reduced my own suffering by being aware that the mind is causing the suffering. And once I'm aware of that, then I can acknowledge that, oh, well, it's just the mind, and I don't have to keep this going on. And I was thinking about the masters and how they would act to these situations, how a real master would react. And then that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about, so I'm reacting, and then I felt like the masters, or my highest self, was saying, what can you do other than react? And first I couldn't imagine what I would do. I was like, well, my reacting is caused by an energy that's coming towards me, and my reaction to it. I was like, well, I can choose not to react. What would I do if I didn't react? And then it came to me, I can choose to respond. And then it's a whole different energy. If you look at it as energy, this energy is coming at you. And it's something that can cause you to react. And then if you slow down and see this coming, you can choose to respond. And in that response, it would cause a whole different response rather than a conflict. And through this perception, and then what I was thinking was that, so if the whole world, if I'm experiencing life inside of me, nothing's experienced outside of me, everything I experience, we're all one, everything I experience is within inside of me. So if this, I don't know if this is true in all senses, but if this energy is coming at me that's causing me to possibly react, I can look into that and see into myself and see, what is myself, what is the universe trying to show me, what am I trying to show myself, what am I trying to get myself to become aware of, because this energy wouldn't be coming into my reality if there wasn't something to learn from it. So looking at it in that sense, and obviously in heated situations all this isn't going to be easily remembered because we're programmed to react. There's something coming at us and we react to it. That's been the program for a long time. But if we can just slowly remember this, eventually we'll come to a time where something happens and we realize, I reacted or I'm about to react, I can respond. And then you can grow that new practice of way of being, and then you can look at it like, what am I trying to show myself? What is here for me to learn from? If everything is here to serve us, which that's the truth that I understand, that everything we experience is for our highest good, that feels good to me, and I know that's true. I know everything as it is, and to some degree, and I know that everything's here to serve us. So if we keep that in mind, life will be a lot easier if we have the perception that works for us and not against us. If I'm perceiving that basically people are causing me to feel a certain way, then my perception is going to create that. People are causing me to feel a certain way. But if I change my perception to I'm perceiving the whole world as myself, trying to communicate to myself, how can I respond back to myself in a loving way instead of reacting, which is just going to cause more confliction energy that causes more suffering for the whole world? How can I slow down and respond and have compassion to understand what the message is? And I feel like heated situations, when we go into deep breathing and close our eyes and just try to be naturally, I feel the masters will come to you if you're aware of that state of consciousness, that there are helpers in the unseen. And it just naturally happened for me tonight, and I just feel like, because I was tuning in with the truth, I was like, what's the truth, what would the masters think? And I guess that's what influenced that, like, thinking, kind of like that term, what would Jesus do, you know? And just trying to understand everything as it is for the truth, because we didn't create ourselves into creation. I mean, in a way we did do that to experience this, but what I'm thinking is, like, it's not like the world's not out to get us. It's like here to serve us. And if we have that perception, because I've lived a lot of years experiencing that the world is out to get me, and that does not feel good at all. And I found my way out of that to come to an understanding that the world is out to serve us. And if we can remember that on a daily basis, even in situations that are undesirable, it'll be a little easier. The moment really will be a little easier. And just kind of ponder on these thoughts that will lead to more thoughts that ultimately bring it back to the heart and ask the heart, what do you think? And that was a new thing I learned tonight, was just to ask the heart, what do you feel, heart? Not think, but what do you feel? is a better term for it, and the heart will respond if you listen. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I love you. Aloha.